What if I told you that the people who seem impossible to hurt are not necessarily stronger? They're simply better at controlling what they reveal. Most people think being emotional is a weakness. They react immediately. They explain themselves too much. They seek approval, and because of that, they become predictable. But in psychology, predictability gives other people power over you. The less control you have over your emotions, the easier it becomes for others to manipulate your decisions, trigger your insecurities, and influence your behavior. Now, let's make one thing clear. This isn't about becoming cold-hearted or losing your humanity. Real emotional strength isn't about feeling nothing. It's about refusing to let emotions control your actions. Because some of the most powerful people in history understood a dangerous truth. People can only use against you what you openly give them. So in today's video, we're exploring 10 psychological principles that can help you appear calm, detached, and emotionally disciplined, even under pressure. Welcome to Stoic Aura. And let's begin. 1. Master the pause. Most people react. Emotionally strong people respond. There is a huge difference. When someone insults you, criticizes you, or tries to provoke you, your brain immediately wants revenge. That's your emotional system speaking. But psychology shows that emotional impulses are temporary. If you delay your response by even a few seconds, the intensity of the emotion begins to decrease. This is why powerful negotiators rarely answer immediately. They pause, they think, they let the other person become uncomfortable. Silence creates mystery, and mystery creates power. People expect emotional reactions because reactions make them feel in control. But when you stay calm, they suddenly lose their ability to predict you. Imagine someone trying to start an argument with you. Instead of defending yourself immediately, you simply look at them and say, "Interesting." Then you remain silent. Suddenly they begin questioning themselves. Because emotional people seek emotional fuel. When you refuse to provide it, they often burn themselves out. The next time someone pushes your buttons, don't react. Pause. And remember, the person who controls their emotions controls the situation. 2. Stop explaining yourself. One of the biggest signs of emotional dependence is over-explaining. People constantly justify their choices because they're afraid of disappointing others. But psychologically, excessive explanations communicate insecurity. Confident people don't feel the need to convince everyone. They simply decide. For example, "I can't make it tonight." That's enough. You don't owe a 10-minute speech. Because the more you explain, the more opportunities people have to challenge your decision. Manipulators love explanations. Why? Because explanations reveal emotional weaknesses. They expose guilt, and guilt can be used. Emotionally detached individuals understand that no is a complete sentence. You don't need permission to prioritize yourself. The less you seek validation, the less power others have over your emotions. To learn the art of selective silence. Not every thought deserves to be spoken. Not every battle deserves your energy. Psychologists often describe emotional maturity as the ability to distinguish between what matters and what doesn't. Yet most people reveal everything. Their plans, their feelings, their frustrations, their secrets, and then they wonder why others use those things against them. Selective silence is powerful because information is currency. The less people know about your internal world, the harder it becomes to manipulate you. Notice how truly powerful people often say less than everyone else in the room. They're observing, listening, collecting information. Meanwhile, everyone else is exposing themselves. Sometimes silence protects you better than words ever could. To detach from other people's opinions. One of the greatest psychological prisons is caring too much about what people think. Most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid criticism. But here's the truth. People will judge you anyway. If you're successful, they'll criticize you. If you're struggling, they'll criticize you. If you're confident, they'll criticize you. And if you're insecure, they'll criticize you. You cannot control opinions, but you can control your attachment to them. Emotionally detached people understand that other people's opinions are reflections of their experiences, not objective truths. Someone who hates you may simply misunderstand you. Someone who envies you may disguise envy as criticism. And someone who dislikes your success may project their frustrations onto you. Why surrender your peace to people who don't pay your bills or live your life? Freedom begins when external approval stops determining your self-worth. And become comfortable being alone. Many people fear loneliness because they confuse solitude with abandonment. But psychology reveals something fascinating. People who are comfortable alone are significantly harder to manipulate. Why? Because desperation creates vulnerability. If you desperately need attention, you'll tolerate disrespect. If you desperately need love, you'll ignore red flags. If you desperately need approval, you'll betray yourself. But when you're genuinely comfortable with your own company, everything changes. You stop chasing, you stop begging, you stop settling. Suddenly, relationships become choices, not necessities. And that's where real emotional independence begins. Because people who can walk away are difficult to control. 6. Practice emotional observation. Most people become their emotions. They say, I am angry, I am anxious, I am depressed. But psychologically, emotions are experiences, not identities. Instead of saying, I am angry, try saying, I notice anger. That small shift creates distance. You become the observer rather than the victim. Imagine your emotions as clouds passing through the sky. Some are dark, some are beautiful, but none remain forever. This perspective prevents temporary feelings from controlling permanent decisions. You don't have to obey every emotion you experience. You only have to acknowledge it, and then choose your response. Don't expect less from people. Many emotional wounds come from expectations. We expect loyalty. We expect appreciation. We expect people to love us the way we love them. And when reality doesn't match those expectations, we suffer. Dark psychology teaches an uncomfortable truth. Not everyone thinks like you. Not everyone values honesty. Not everyone has good intentions. That doesn't mean you become paranoid. It means you become realistic. Expectations create emotional dependence. Reality creates emotional stability. When you stop expecting perfection from others, disappointment loses its power over you, and peace becomes easier to maintain. 8. Control your facial expressions. Body language experts understand something most people ignore. Your face often reveals your emotions before your words do. Manipulative individuals constantly study reactions. They observe what hurts you, what excites you, what scares you, and then they use that information. This is why emotional control includes physical control. Practice maintaining calm expressions during stressful situations. Not because you're fake, but because not everyone deserves access to your inner world. The less emotionally readable you become, the more difficult it becomes for people to influence you. Calmness itself becomes your armor. And stop seeking closure from others. One of the most emotionally draining habits is waiting for someone else to heal you. Waiting for apologies. Waiting for explanations, waiting for justice. But sometimes closure never comes. And if your peace depends on another person, then your peace doesn't belong to you. Emotionally strong individuals create their own closure. They accept what happened, they learn from it, and then they move forward. Because holding on to resentment doesn't punish the other person. It punishes you. Sometimes the strongest words are, it happened, and now I'm moving on. No revenge, no drama. Just peace. 10. Build a life bigger than your feelings. People become emotionally overwhelmed when their entire identity revolves around one thing, one relationship, one job, one person, one dream. When that thing disappears, their world collapses. But emotionally resilient people diversify their lives. They have goals, skills, passions, purpose, friendships, and health, growth. Their happiness isn't dependent on one source, because when your life becomes larger than your emotions, temporary pain loses its ability to destroy you. And that's the ultimate secret. You don't become emotionless by killing your emotions. You become emotionally powerful by refusing to let emotions rule your life. Final message. Here's the truth most people never realize. Being emotionless isn't the goal. Being emotionally disciplined is. Because emotions themselves aren't enemies. Uncontrolled emotions are. You can feel anger without becoming destructive. You can feel sadness without becoming weak. You can feel fear without surrendering. The strongest people aren't those who feel nothing. They're the ones who feel everything and still choose wisdom over impulse. So don't aim to become cold. Aim to become unshakable. Because when you master your emotions, you master yourself. And once you master yourself, very little in this world can control you. Outro. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Stoic Aura, and remember, silence is power, discipline is freedom, and emotional control is the ultimate advantage.